Odinga. When Fidel was born, I was a bit hesitant the way he gives the name. I said, why do you call him Fidel? Then he said he was a great admirer of Fidel Castro, and therefore he named his first child Fidel Castro Odinga. Later, we had the second child, Rosemary, and here again, Rose is the name of my mother, and Mary is the name of his mother. We combined the two names together, and we call the child Rosemary. It also has a meaning to us. When it came to the third one, and he named after his best friend and his cousin called Raila, with whom they shared the name. So we ended up with Raila Oginga Odinga. Last, there was a big gap, and I'll explain to you. Last came the fourth child. The fourth child, when I went to the hospital, you know those mothers, you end up somewhere in labor ward. And I was watching the television. And on the television, that's the time when Nelson Mandela had come out of prison. It was he's been there for 27 years. Raila also had been in prison, but that's not why we named her Winnie. And I was watching the television, I could see Nelson Mandela and Winnie Mandela holding hands as Mandela walked out of the gates of the prison. By then, I didn't know what kind of child I was going to get. But then I said, if it's a boy, we'll name him Wilson Mandela. But if it's a girl, will be Winnie Mandela. And therefore, Winnie Mandela arrived. And that's the fourth child. I see when you look at this naming of the children, I know these days you can name your child anything that you want, meaningful name. Because you name them people you never saw, you never heard of, simply because it saw the name written somewhere. There's nothing wrong with giving our children the names of the people who in our lives we think are the heroes. Our life was not smooth life. Just like any other family, there's been ups and downs. But as we continue living together, we've learned how to cope, because we all have weaknesses and strengths. We learned to talk straight to one another. We learned to speak the truth, and we learned to forgive and move on. Now that forgiving spirit was not only in the home, but is something that has spread to the Kenyan. You've seen how many times he has tried in the election, but that forgiveness is a paramount. So please don't carry grudges from one generation to another and from one group to another. We are all Kenyans. We are all Kenyans. We are sisters and brothers. We must learn to forgive easily and build together Kenya. Towards the end, I'll not say everything. I would like to say everything, but time will not allow. And a span of 52 years is not a short time. I hope that when I get another opportunity on Sunday, I'll be able to say more. But one thing that he kept on repeating to me is that we must urge Kenyans, we must urge Kenyans to live in peace. He kept on repeating that. We must repeat it to our Kenyans, we live in peace. Raila hated dishonesty. He hated dishonesty. He hated greed. The greed that have affected the main fabric of our society. The greed that leads to stealing from the public coffers. The greed that leads to corruption. That's the kind of thing that Raila would not have liked to see. So, you people, you Kenyans, I'll tell you more. But I thank you. Those who have come and those who are watching us from other places, I thank you for standing with these families. I thank you for being here for us. And I thank you for helping us to mourn Raila. May his soul lie in eternal peace. And for the people of Kenya, I wish you well. Thank you, and may God bless you. Thank you.
We are moving towards the end of this occasion, the first part, so that we can allow a second part that is going to take place in the afternoon. On behalf of Senator Dr. Oburu Oginga, who has been the co-chair of the National State Funeral Committee for the late Prime Minister Raila Odinga, I want to thank the people of Kenya and the people of the world for mourning our departed leader with dignity. I would like to just clarify that Senator Oginga has spoken in two capacities. First, as a member of the family, and secondly, as the interim acting party leader of ODM. Your Excellency, fellow mourners, we recognize there's so many mourners who have come to mourn today, and we respect all of them and thank them for making time. Allow me, Your Excellency, to do two things and then we will conclude. The first is to acknowledge that the leader that we have lost in our country was not just a leader in Kenya. He was a regional leader, he was a continental leader, and he was a global leader. And that is why you see the kind of dignitaries that are present here, whom we recognize. He was a regional leader for the of Tanzania, Samia Suluhu Hassan, who has sent formal condolences and has sent her Vice President, who is present, the Foreign Minister of Tanzania, who is present, but we acknowledge the formal condolences from President Samia Suluhu Hassan from Tanzania. The Tanzanian delegation is also joined by the fourth President of Tanzania, the Honorable Jakaya Kikwete. We also have condolences from President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of Uganda. We have the condolences of President Paul Kagame of Rwanda and President Kagame, in addition to the condolences, has sent the Interior Minister of Rwanda. We have the condolences of President Paul Kagame of Rwanda and President Kagame, in addition to the condolences, has sent the Interior Minister of Rwanda, who is present here to represent President Kagame. The President of Somalia, President of the Federal Republic of Somalia, I think has arrived after we had received these condolences, and maybe the President will acknowledge him. The Prime Minister of Ethiopia also sent his condolences. The President of Djibouti, Ismail Omar Gelle, has also sent his condolences. The President of the Republic of Zambia, His Excellency Hakainde Hichilema, has also sent his condolences. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Mahama. The President of the Republic of Burundi, His Excellency Evariste Ndayishimiye. The President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio. The President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, His Excellency Emerson Mnangagwa. The President of the Republic of the Gambia, President Adama Barrow. The President of the Republic of South Africa, His Excellency Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa. The Prime Minister of India, His Excellency Narendra Modi. The President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, His Excellency Felix, the formal condolences of the Secretary General.
Sauti yake Naibu Rais Kithure Abraham Kindiki, ambaye hivi sasa anasoma tu baadhi ya zile mataifa ambazo zimeweza kutuma rambirambi zao za pole kwa mwenda zake Raila Odinga. Kumbuka ameweza kumtaja rais wa 4 wa Tanzania, ama aliyekuwa rais wa 4 wa Tanzania Kikwete, ambaye hivi sasa yuko pale katika uwanja ule wa Nyayo, na viongozi wengine ambao wameweza kufika pale ndani ya Amaika. Ni mimi mtoto wa mama John Anthony Orao, na ikiwa unatusikiza kupitia Play Store ya kwetu, ni vizuri vile vile uweze kutembelea ukurasa wetu wa Facebook, maana yake tuko kule live. Itakuwa inafurahisha sana uweze kutembelea ukurasa wetu wa Facebook at Amaika Media, and as well hakikisha kwamba una share the live. Tuendelee kusikiza rais ama naibu rais Profesa Kithure Abraham Kindiki.
The Secretary General of the East African Community, Veronica Nduva, of the United States of America Senate Committee on Foreign Relations, from the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. We have the apologies of the Minister for International Development and Africa, Jeuri-Lefty.